After a bye week, the Western New York Flash return to action as the club opens its home season. Today's opponent, the defending champion, Portland Thorns FC. It's a rematch of the 2013 NWSL Championship game. Good evening, soccer fans. I'm Joe Giuliano, and welcome back to another season of Western New York Flash soccer. Our color analyst once again is Mike Kerms as the Flash and Portland redo it again. It's a match we saw last year in the championship, a great one. Should be another great one tonight.
It should be a great one. The Western New York Flash won the NWSL Shield, inaugural Shield last year, and the Portland Thorns came in and they won the championship. So this is a rematch that both teams want to have, and they're looking forward to it.
Two great sides, a lot of new faces for each club, but especially for Portland in the nets, there is a big name that they've brought in.
A real big name. German international Nadine Angerer is just a superb goalkeeper and a superb pickup for Paul Riley and the Portland Thorns. She helped the German national team win the European Championships in 2013. She has over 127 caps with the German national team, and now Paul Riley has a player that's very good with her feet. She's a great shot stopper, and she's really leading the Portland Thorns and that back four and really holding that defense really tight for the Portland Thorns.
She's made some great saves early on. We'll see if she continues that fine form. For the Western New York Flash, they get a big one back in Abby Wambach.
Abby Wambach, 2012 FIFA Women's World Player of the Year, going against Angerer, the 2013 FIFA Women's World Player of the Year, going head-to-head, and it's a great night to have Abby Wambach back, and the integration of Abby Wambach with the Western New York Flash is going to be huge, and we're going to see how that works out for Western New York Flash and Aaron Lyons tonight.
We had a chance to speak with Abby Wambach before the game, got her thoughts on returning to the Western New York Flash lineup.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Obviously, I was out the first two games with a broken orbital fracture floor, so I'm excited to get out here. Of course, it's a home opener for us against the Portland Thorns. We lost here last year in the championship game, so if you can't get excited for this one, you shouldn't be out here.
That's the sniper for the Western New York Flash, Abby Wambach. There should be some fireworks tonight, as we've talked about. These two teams met last year in the NWSL Championship. So many key factors to victory. Mike, let's start off with the visitors, the Portland Thorns, and their keys to victory.
Yeah, the Portland Thorns, one of the things really is going to be the key to their victory is midfield play. They're very technical in the midfield, and although the Western New York Flash have the experience, Paul Riley feels that their technical midfield has to overcome the experience that the Western New York Flash brings. Service to Wambach sounds like a key for the Flash, but really it's a key for the Thorns to prevent that service to Wambach. She's a strong forward, and really the inexperience of that back line, they've never faced an Abby Wambach before, and also win the flanks.
Call tonight. Let's get your starting lineups taken care of first for the visitors from Portland. As they come in with a record of 2-0-1, Angerer, the goalkeeper that Mike featured at the start, will be in the nets. Allie Long, one other player to keep her eyes on. She's scored 3 goals in the last 3 games. Jessica McDonald, also very hot, 2 goals in the last game. And the Canadian international Christine Sinclair, also the team captain for the Portland Thorns, who are coached in his first season by Paul Riley. Tonight's injury report. First, that is for the Western New York Flash. Adriana Martin and Adriana Franch are out. Tonight's injury report is brought to you by UB Orthopedics, the official medical provider of the Flash. Your starting lineup for the Western New York Flash. We are underway. The Flash in the all red. Portland in the white tops with the black shorts and black socks. Throwing off the head there of Bermudez, who goes by Sony. As the Flash coming into the game with a record of 1 win and 1 loss. Their last game was a 1-0 loss at Chicago after a 3-1 season opening win at Washington. And here's a ball on the near side for McDonald. As we mentioned, she scored 2 goals last week. And a little help coming there from Edmonds. And there's a throw in now in the first minute of play coming up for the Thorns. They're going to hold off and get Courtney Nemec on this one as the rain really starting to come down now here at Sahlen Stadium. mix of sun and clouds today, and we're hoping it was going to hold off, but it is coming down good.
Yeah, with McDonald, this is actually this is helping the Western New York.
Oh, a one-time shot, and it's just punched away by Williams, and it'll be a corner kick coming up here for the Thorns. A good save.
That weather you're talking about is really going to help the Flash, because Jess McDonald, you saw that she came over to take that long throw, and Jess McDonald actually threw one into Allie Long's first goal of the season earlier, where Jess threw it into the box from the sideline where they scored their goal.
A high service punched away, and they're going to call a foul on the Thorns. As Williams getting some early action here in the nets for the Western New York Flash. Portland in second place now with 7 points at 2-0-1.
So with those wet balls, Jess McDonald's not going to be able to throw it in as far, and you saw right there that she couldn't throw it in as far as she has in the past.
This one skids through the crowd in the middle of the field. Angerer sends it up towards midfield. Headed there by Edmonds. And taken back by Nemec. Now Sinclair, the Canadian international. Good chip forward. It's behind McDonald. Zerboni's first touch to Sahlen. Carly Lloyd not in the lineup tonight, serving a 2-game suspension. That's a big loss in the midfield for the Flash.
It's a huge loss for the Flash, and she got a yellow card in that game against the Red Stars, and you know it was a bad foul against Vanessa Bernardo, but really, where have you ever seen a player get a suspension from a league after they got a yellow card in a match? You've seen it where they've gotten a red card and a league has extended a suspension, but you've never seen. I've never seen where they put a suspension on a yellow card, and the ref was right there. He saw the hit in the face, gave the yellow card, and that's as far as it should be. And this really hurts the Western New York Flash and Aaron Lyons in this match against the Portland Thorns.
Wambach applying some pressure. She missed the first 2 games of the season after fracturing the left orbital bone. Can't even get that word out. In the U.S. game against China on April the 10th.
Let's call it cheekbone.
There you go. That sounds better. There's Edmonds into space, and Wambach didn't make the run, as it'll be a goal kick coming up here for the Thorns. They're without.
Well, right, they did a good job there, but still, you cannot give up fouls around the 18-yard box, because those services are going to come in. Brooks put a nice service in there, and those services are going to be dangerous, and the Western New York Flash have to tighten up on those set pieces. And really, you have to see those midfielders. They got to get across quicker.
Oh, Wambach with the header. Sorry, Mike, didn't mean to cut you off there.
For the Portland Thorns, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Change that point of attack quickly, get that cross into Abby Wambach, and 2 things right there were keys for the Thorns to prevent from happening.
Flash break up the Portland attack. Here's Sahlen. Now to Zerboni. Outside to Reynolds. Slows it up. Coming back to Taylor. Stripped away by Sinclair. She's pushing in the far side of the 18. Tries to dump one inside, but nicely broken up. And Sahlen coming back in the 7th minute for the Flash.
And Sinclair, although she doesn't have any points on the season yet, she's been playing very, very well for the Thorns. She's always dangerous for any defense. They always got a key on her, and then it's been allowing McDonald and Long to really do the stuff that they can do. And Long with 3 goals and McDonald with 2 goals on the season, and that's a lot of hard work by Sinclair as well. And she's really been the setup player for both McDonald and Long, although 2 of Long's goals are from penalty kicks. But the creation of those penalty kicks is due to a lot of that hard work by Christine Sinclair. And she's such a great leader for the Portland Thorns, captain of this team. She's played for the Western New York Flash, for Aaron Lyons, and I'm sure she's here. And she also wants to prove something. She's playing against Abby Wambach, Canada against U.S. right here. So
and it's coming up also on May the 8th in Winnipeg. The USA-Canada friendly, where 4 players who are featured this evening will be in that game. Nikki Marshall and Allie Long, along with, and there has been some lightning. The referee again this afternoon is Matthew Franz, and he saw a lightning strike, and we'll take a break on the feed here And we'll keep you updated throughout this Lightning delay. But again, Lightning in the area of Sahlen Stadium. Referee Matthew Franz has blown the whistle. He is going to slow this one down. Both teams will go back to the dressing room. And we will have check-ins periodically throughout our break. It should be a 30-minute break from the last Lightning strike. So we're in the 8th minute. The Flash and Portland are scoreless as the Rain and Lightning starting to move in here at Sahlen Stadium. So we'll take a break, and again, stay with us. We'll have updates periodically throughout the 30-minute break. 8 minutes in, the Flash and Portland are scoreless. This
Variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast. This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Hopefully Riley wants to push long. Coming out of the midfield, push her forward quicker.
Okay, your starting lineups for the Western New York Flash. It's Williams in goal, Edmonds, Reynolds, Taylor, and Williamson in the back. Zerboni, Sahlen, Losada. And up top, it's Kerr, Bermudez, and Wambach. Mike, what jumps out at you?
And that's that traditional 4-3-3 that we've seen from Aaron Lyons over the last few years. And really, it's Zerboni, who's really a floater between defensive and offensive, and Losada playing that attacking midfielder, and Sahlen really playing right in front of that back four.
And the drop ball
Flash
gets us back underway in the 8th minute. Referee is Matthew Franz. Assistants are Rebecca Friedrich and Adrienne McDonald. Fourth official is David Mann. Did you have a good break, Mike?
It was a great break.
Sinclair on the far side, battling with Reynolds. Plays it to the top of the 18. Taken away by the Flash. As they look to come upfield, Wambach checking back for it. A good one-touch forward from Losada. Samantha Kerr turning the Jets on the far side. They cross into the box. One-time shot by Bermudez, and she doesn't get all of it. Sonia Bermudez, the Spanish international.
What a ball by Losada, though. Just to see Kerr on that outside. And also, Kerr just plays a great ball to Bermudez. And Bermudez stayed with the play the entire time and really had her hand up as she was going forward. Kerr looked up, saw her with her hand up, and she obviously could have done a lot better with that. Timing is the whole thing, trying to hit that volley from Kerr.
Losada off to an amazing start. She had 2 goals and 1 assist in that 3-1 win over Washington to open the season for the Flash.
NWSL Player of the Week that week, and really the only other players to be Player of the Week for the Western New York Flash last season were Carly Lloyd and Abby Wambach, who got the award twice.
As we mentioned, Mike wasn't happy with the suspension issued to Carly Lloyd after receiving a yellow card in the game. The league went back and slammed her with a 2-game suspension.
Well, let's face it, you saw Megan Rapinoe. She got a yellow card in another game against Boston. I believe it was Boston, and she came in against Jasmine Avant.
What a good ball. Edmonds with the cross. Pressure inside the box, and Kerr fires it over. What a ball from Bermudez. Great, talented, left-footed player. She's been called the female Messi, and you could see with that touch, Mike.
Yeah, and there's a great ball by Bermudez, and it's the overlapping run by Edmonds.
Season, the Flash were 0-1-2 against Portland, and the big one was that championship match, a 2-0 win for the Thorns. Heath with a 25-yard rocket in the first half, and then Sinclair in second half stoppage time, putting the icing on the cake. 9,000 fans at Sahlen Stadium for that one. But Mike, how about the crowds they're getting in Portland for the men and for the women?
Yeah, you saw last week McDonald scored that goal, and even on YouTube when you're watching it, it's just so loud. The crowd is just enormous. And Paul Riley actually had a training session before the home opener where he played the music during practice, and during that training session, and the girls were saying, "Hey, we can't hear what you're saying, Paul." And Paul's like, "Well, welcome to Portland, welcome to the home opener. Now you're going to learn what it's going to be like on Saturday night."
They had 14,124 at Providence Park last Saturday for that 3-1 win over Kansas City. McDonald, 2 goals, Allie Long on the PK.
And funny about that is Paul Riley's been subbing McDonald earlier in the game, and actually McDonald, I mean, she came off. She would never play. She came off in the 75th. I'm sorry, that's a mistake. I don't know exactly what she came off, but she was coming off before that last 10 minutes of the game. She scored both her goals in that last 10 minutes, back to back within 4 minutes, and scored 2 goals to put them up 3-1 to give them that comfortable lead at the end of the game.
Here's Long looking for Farley. Zerboni nicely steps in, intercepts it. Williamson.
It was 2-0-1, and they're very successful and they're solid. I'd rather face them today than at the end of the month.
Good point. There's Samantha Kerr battling, winning possession, but it's cleared away by Brooks, middle of the field. McDonald, nicely taken away there by the flash. Wambach tries to get the foot in there, and she can't. As possession is off the foot of Edmonds, and it'll be a throw-in. Coming up for the Thorns. 3 other games tonight in the NWSL. Seattle at Washington, Boston at Sky Blue, and FCKC at the Houston Dash. Zerboni, quick one touch. Losada. Great distribution out of the middle of the field.
Excellent distribution. You can see how she is switching the point of attack so quick. And we talked earlier before the game that winning the flanks is going to be key for Paul Riley and the Thorns. And right now, you saw Edmonds going forward on the left, and right there, you saw Reynolds going forward on the right. And that's where Paul Riley and his team has to start. They have to start bringing that time in midfield. As that point of attack is starting to switch, they have to get over there as quickly as possible.
Far side corner kick. We're in the 16th minute. And scoreless. In swinging service. That's a good ball. Headed away by Sinclair. Now far side of the 18. Bermudez going for it, but McDonald gets there first. Flash converging and winning it away from Angie Kerr. And, you know, there is a national team program that is Paul Riley maybe going to be ticketed someday for that.
Well, before Sermani was given the job, I really thought, I mean, he was definitely on the short list. Paul Riley and Aaron Lyons were two gentlemen definitely on that short list, and Sermani got that job. And there's no doubt that they're on the short list again now that Sermani's been let go from the U.S. Federation.
Jill Ellis, the interim head coach for the U.S. right now. She'll lead them on May the 8th against Canada. And for Nikki Marshall, that'll be her first senior team appearance with the U.S. national team.
And Allie Long. And the Thorns, they have to be proud of that. Those two players, because of the way that they're playing with the Thorns, they're getting a look with the national team. And that's just tremendous feat for the Portland Thorns. That's a great accomplishment for what they've done with the Portland Thorns, and Paul Riley is very happy for them.
There's Zerboni, pressured by Brooks. Fighting back, but Kerr picks it up instead for the Thorns. That heavy touch is won in the middle of the park by Angela Salem.
And Angela Salem, again, as always, just all over the place in front of that back four.
And Wambach went down, and she's holding that right knee, actually just below the knee. It's the shin on the right leg that took a pretty nasty knock. No foul was called. But Abby, the 33-year-old, is slow to get up, and here's a look at it, Mike.
Yeah, just a little tangle up there, and actually, did she get the ball there is always the question, right? And she stepped in front of Abby from behind, sort of. I think that's a foul. And referee's discretion right here. Nikki Marshall just stepping in. She got ball. And, I'll take that back. I think that's a good tackle.
How about that camera angle? What a great look from our production crew. That's Dave, who's down on the sidelines. John Catalano, our producer this evening. If you're just tuning in, we're in the 20th minute. After a 38-minute lightning delay, we are scoreless. I'm Joe Giuliano, along with Mike Kerms, a rematch of last season's.
Really not noticed through a collegiate career or recognized from, Aaron Lyons and Paul Riley. They're going to ACC matches versus where LaSalle University is, and takes her chance at the combine and has now started 4 games for the Portland Thorns as Van Hollenbeck's hurt.
Made the most of her opportunities for the Portland Thorns, who are currently in second place in the NWSL behind the Seattle Reign, and what a start they've had. 4-0, 10 goals for, only 1 against, as Kerr has it on the far side. Headed away, though. Loose ball, middle of the field. Edmonds. Double teamed, little poke forward. Bermudez tried that one little touch to get around
Gotta like
Marshall, but
Edmonds, very calm, cool, collected on the ball for an outside back, just going forward, waiting for Bermudez to make. But Williamson does a really good job. Now she's got her stuck. There's nothing she can do.
Short corner. Played through, and Sahlen reads it well. She'll clear it downfield, give the Flash a chance to reorganize.
McDonald still does a great job, though, getting her team a corner kick. Always a reward if you can't get that ball in the box.
Looking for Farley, but Williamson gets there first. Wambach not afraid to go with the header after breaking her cheekbone. That's a good confidence sign for the Flash captain. Bermudez, Losada. Both Losada and Bermudez, along with Adriana, played for Pedro Losa, the assistant coach for the Flash.
All three on the Spain national team. And Losada and Bermudez, teammates with FC Barcelona, bringing some Barcelona to the United States, which is fantastic.
Adriana Martin is out with a right hamstring strain this evening. The third of the Spanish internationals for the Flash.
You know, right there's a throw-in for the Portland Thorns, and it's in the defensive third of the Portland Thorns. The only person that had urgency to close that down was Bermudez. You got to have the whole team locking. You have to have the whole Western New York Flash team right there, locking them into that corner, not letting them out. It was almost too easy for the Portland Thorns to get out.
Marshall and Wambach get tangled up. Marshall wanted a call for the elbow. Referee called the other way. Don't forget the Flash are home again on Wednesday. FC Kansas City comes to town. 7 p.m. kickoff right here at Sahlen Stadium. Visit WNYFlash.com or call 585-454-KICK for ticket information as the Flash continue their homestand.
And that's that quick changing the point of attack right there. Reynolds getting forward. Continue to work it down that line. Could have been a better option.
Bad giveaway there, Bermudez. Looks to put it through the legs of Nemec. She has such great composure on the ball. And I do see the similarities to Messi in her touches, in her vision. As Edmonds will get this one back into play here. Slowly looking for some options.
Well, in order to get Bermudez and Losada, Aaron Lyons had to trade for international spots, and he traded for Perez from the Flash to Washington for an international spot, and that was it. They brought Losada in for that, and then a second-round pick went to Kansas City for next year's draft, the second-round pick. So they lost the second-round pick for next year, but they got an international spot, and they picked up Bermudez for that. Not a bad trade-off, I think. So they actually have spots for 5 internationals.
Service into the box. Wambach couldn't get her head on it. Top of the 18. Zerboni shot. Just curving wide of the net. In the 28th minute, a good look from the Flash. And Bermudez is setting the table early on.
And it's Catherine Reynolds putting the ball in the box again. And a good little clearance. Sonia Bermudez with a nice little first touch there. And Zerboni trying to pick out that far corner side netting. Just a little bit wide.
Losada, quick one touch. Reynolds. Kerr. Can't go forward, has to go back. Regrouping and starting their attack. Middle of the park, it's Williamson. Bermudez. Losada. Wambach. Left foot shot and tipped off the post. What a
addition to the Portland Thorns.
Obviously, it's going to take something special to beat her.
I mean, and both teams with two new goalies. Both goalies having a good start to the season. Last year, Portland Thorns had LeBlanc. And unfortunately for the Flash and Adriana French, tearing her ACL earlier in preseason, and gives an opportunity for Lydia Williams to come to the squad. She's got dual citizenship with Australia, plays on the Australian national team, dual citizenship with the U.S., and so she doesn't count as an international spot for Aaron Lyons.
The international spots.
And each team gets 3 automatically, and then
Work your way to find more, right?
and I guess so. And that's an interesting rule that we've never had, that you rarely see in leagues, that you could trade for an international spot. But again, Aaron Lyons, he only has 2 allocated players, 2 very strong allocated players in Abby Wambach and Carly Lloyd, but the Mexican and Canadian allocated players that he's received just haven't come in shape or up to par, and he's either traded them away or has just released them as free agents.
And what a great job he has done as the
so he's
the
got to
coach
do
and the GM.
Yeah, so he's got to do something, and his way of doing this was bringing in internationals. Finally beat Aaron Lyons in the finals here at Sahlen Stadium.
For a while, it was the Flash winning everything. The 2012 WPSL Elite, the 2011 WPS, 2010 USLW League. And like you said, finally,
And
the
those,
Thorns with Cindy Parlow as the coach.
and the latter 2 were against Paul Riley, Philadelphia Independence and the Fury, respectively.
Little surprised to see Cindy Parlow Cone stepping down in December as the head coach of the Thorns.
You know, Joe, her husband also works for the Portland Thorns, and, you know, work-life balance takes a hold of you sometimes, and that was a family decision by both of them.
She did a tremendous job in her one season as the head coach of Portland. As Bermudez outside the 18. Tries to cut it back, and they'll win another corner kick for the Flash.
I mean, what a way to go out, right?
True. Last season, 11-6-5. Portland, they were in 3rd place, though, on goal differential. They had a goal differential of 7. Kansas City, same record. Goal differential of 12, and the Flash, as this corner kicks into the box, had a goal differential of 16, which gave them the shield, as Mike mentioned earlier. 35th minute.
And what a great first season. 3 teams tied for first with 38 points.
Good touch from Losada to Kerr. Kerr's now on the near side, top of the 18. Still with it. Shot. Good block there. Menges helping out Angerer. Kerr kept going and going.
Yeah, great defense by Menges, though. 25th overall pick from Georgetown University. First team All-American last year. Nice little draft pick. You could see very patient on defense, having a very good start to the season. With injuries, it always gives you an opportunity as a rookie to see some time and prove yourself, and actually showing yourself to other teams if you do start losing time when the experience does come back. That she's definitely going to be a player. Solid. Megan Rapinoe, when you look at the video. And both those videos you could find easily on YouTube.
Lloyd sits out tonight and Wednesday.
And last year, Carly Lloyd was here with the Flash and broken collarbone, misses the first 4 games of the season. So I'm sure that's very disappointing for Carly Lloyd to be missing another home opener with the Western New York Flash. And she's going to be raring to get back.
10 goals last season for Lloyd. Bermudez is tripped up, and now we'll get a free kick from a very dangerous position. And we'll see who the free kick master is going to be for the Flash. Losada is taking a look at it. Bermudez is over the ball. It looks like it's going to be Bermudez who sets it up with that crafty left foot in the 39th minute. It's Losada and Bermudez both discussing the setup of the wall to see who will take it.
Yeah, I think they're making it pretty clear that Bermudez is going to be taking this one. There's no deception going on here, and she's the one who's telling the wall to move back. She's the one who's setting up the ball. Losada, for me, is probably just running over the ball, not even taking any steps back, but they could be deceiving me.
Here's the restart. Shot. What a goal! Bermudez, her debut with the Western New York Flash. A set-piece beauty.
And now we know why there's no question on who's taking it. Wow, right over the wall, into the upper 90. What a shot. Great focus right on the ball, and just swings it right over the top of that ball, and just what a shot by Bermudez.
That's why they call her the female Messi. Up, over the wall, back down, and Angerer extending, but just no chance. That is perfectly placed.
Yeah, Angerer, I mean, if you look at Angerer here, just fully extended. Oh, and she gets a fingertip on it, and it hits that crossbar. Angerer almost had that.
What a goal. What a way to debut. McDonald coming in now, and over the end line, it'll be a goal kick for the Flash. And this season, the Realtors Charitable Foundation will continue its support of the Rochester community by donating $500 for every goal scored by the Flash at Sahlen Stadium. Bach flicks it to the outside, but Kerr coming back the other way for Portland. Up and over the Flash defense, McDonald gets to it first, marked by Reynolds.
And you can see Allie Long get into that box from that midfield roll, and that's what Paul Riley's looking for from Allie Long, because otherwise you only have Christine Sinclair in there. And in that case, you had Farrelly as well, but it was really Allie Long getting her, doing all that work to get up there, and as she works her way back.
A nice bit of dribbling there from Vicky. But unable to find Bermudez. McDonald. Sinclair overlapping, gets the ball. Sinclair still with it, chips it into the box, through the 18, and Long will get there on the far side.
And again, Long getting herself in that midfield position into the box.
Huffman, one hop, and this is trouble. McDonald's got it! A gift in front of the Flash net. Williams bobbled it, and in the 43rd minute, the Thorns have equalized.
Yeah, and Lydia Williams, tough one to handle. Great ball by Huffman right here. Just allowing it to skip right in front of Lydia Williams. That ground is wet. And McDonald taking her opportunity. And she's taking this opportunity with Alex Morgan still injured. And really just trying to say, I deserve a spot, Paul Riley, on this team.
McDonald's got her third goal in the last 2 games. And it was Huffman with that cross into the box. And McDonald, very opportunistic, in the right place at the right time, makes Williams pay. 43rd minute, McDonald's third of the season. Huffman, her first assist. As another cross comes into the box and scooped up there by Williams.
Yeah, and Huffman really, you know, she had that little confusion in the box earlier, and there you go. That's why she's on the field, possibly for Moros. Getting her first start of the season. 3 games coming off the bench, and now she gets herself an assist.
Kerr, pass is intercepted by Sahlen.
And Joe, you know I say it a lot, and we've seen her play this long ball before where it's converted into a goal for the Western New York Flash many times, and that's not the one that we usually see from Brittany Taylor.
She knows she can do better there. She was the NWSL Best 11 team selection last season. 23 games played, 3 goals, 4 assists. And an outstanding season as she gets her head on this one. Brittany Taylor. Zerboni. Intercepted, maybe one more push here.
You know, you ask, you know, Brittany Taylor just having a great career here with the Western New York Flash, 26 years old. And is she going to get a call up someday?
Last second chance, Kerr into the box. Wambach had a wide open net and she stumbled on the turf. Lost her footing inside the 6. And as the whistle blows to end the first half, we'll look at that last highlight.
What a great ball by Samantha Kerr. And a nice little counterattack with Zerboni down in the midfield. And you do not see that from Abby Wambach. It looks like that line came up and just grabbed her at the foot. And right here you go again. Samantha Kerr, and all of a sudden she's got the goal and she just sort of ducks under it. and
lost her footing
Lost her
just
footing
inside the 6 there. So what a wild finish here to the first half. The Flash with a goal in the 39th minute from Bermudez. Then in the 43rd minute, McDonald gets the equalizer.
Second half, and she can step it up.
Aaron, how do you feel the integration of Abby's going with the team? I know this is her first game. She played a game and a half in the preseason. How do you feel that's going?
Yeah, no, Abby's working hard. She's been on the ball for us. You know, she's dropping in. She's making it difficult for their 2 central defenders. You know, she's getting in behind on a couple of occasions as well. So it's you know, it's been a good performance by her. And I don't see any integration problems at all. You know, although she's only played 1.5 games for us.
Yeah,
so
that's
far.
great.
Thanks for your time, Aaron. Go join the team in the dressing room. Best of luck.
Thanks, guys.
Aaron Lyons, the head coach of the Western New York Flash, joining us at the half. After 45 minutes of play, the Flash and the Thorns are tied at 1. This is the Western New York Flash Broadcast Network.
The Courage Bowl has become one of Rochester's most significant athletic events.
He caught it on the tip!
It is more than just a game, raising funds and awareness for Camp Good Days.
For the kids, for Camp Good Days.
Now for Courage Bowl 10, a new chapter, an East Side-West Side rivalry. St. John Fisher College against Brockport. Support Camp Good Days.
Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. And roasted chicken, but hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway.
Tap and good times at the distillery and experience the and
Great taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
Tap into good times at the distillery. Grab the family and experience our fun, wholesome atmosphere. The service is friendly and the food is delicious. The appetizers are amazing. The entrees are awesome with exceptional quality dishes and innovative, delicious recipes to satisfy everyone's appetite. Enjoy your favorite distillery dish anytime with our takeout service and our kitchen that's always open late. Tap into good times.
Great taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
Now at Subway restaurants, the new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh. Now at Subway restaurant.
After 45 minutes of play, the Thorns and the Flash are evened at 1. Last 6 minutes. Very exciting stuff from both of these sides as the Flash get a beautiful restart goal from Bermudez, and then it's a goal from McDonald on a mistake inside the 6 by Williams to make it 1-1 after 45 minutes of play here at Sahlen Stadium. Looking at some of your highlights, what a great save, great shot, a nice play all around.
Yeah, all around. You could see Losada just holding off her defenders and threading that ball right to Abby Wambach, and she puts it right in that lower corner. What a save by Angara.
Then the restart from Bermudez. It is a world-class free kick.
Fantastic. Just right on top of the ball and just puts it right over. Angara still gets her fingertip on that, though.
McDonald's not going to find an easier one than that. It's whipped into the box. One hop. Williams bobbles it, and then McDonald, the goal scorer, is there.
And Sarah Huffman really getting on. Huffman proven to her former team that, hey, I could still play, and Huffman puts that in the box. Williams with that save, but she's really got to get that out of there or scoop it up.
We'll have to talk to Abby about that chance inside the 6. What got her to fall down there as she had a wide open net to look at. But nonetheless, it is 1-1 after 45 minutes of play, and it should be a great second half. We'll take a short break. Second half action is just around the corner. This is the Flash Broadcast Network.
Great Taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
The new $3 menu is here. Choose from a variety of savory 6-inch subs, all for just $3 each. Available all day long. Try the Black Forest ham, spicy Italian, or oven-roasted chicken. But hurry in, the $3 menu is available for a limited time only. For bigger variety and better value, the choice is easy when you choose from the new $3 menu at Subway restaurants. Subway, eat fresh.
Second half action begins now as the Thorns drive one into the Flash half of the field. Western New York attacking the goal to our right. Sahlen with the interception. Reynolds. Curves pass scooped up by Sinclair, who's done her good bit of work coming back defensively. Played back to Williams. And Mike, a tough one to give up in the 43rd minute. McDonald's goal. A very slick surface and a one hop that gave Williams a bit of trouble there.
Yeah, it's always tough to give one up in that last 5 minutes of the half. You go into the locker room and you got to regroup real quick because you're coming back out here and you're going to be battling again. And you know Christine Sinclair, she's went in that locker room saying, hey, we can do this. We're on the road. We've done it before here in Sahlen Stadium. Let's do it again.
Paul Riley's making his way to the bench as he passes in front of the Western New York Flash sideline. As he is last to join the Thorns side. Zerboni back to Brittany Taylor. Good ball. Outside for Bermudez. Crossed into the box. Wambach, the header. And clear it away.
What a great ball by Brittany Taylor, though, just to like really find Bermudez wide open. She just strokes the ball all the way into that sideline.
Taylor's going to get a talking to from the official for her foul against McDonald.
right here. Taylor getting really tight on McDonald and just going for a little bit too much leg than for the ball.
Only the second foul of the game against the Flash. As this one's headed into the box, Williams will come off her line. Second half just underway, the first of 3 meetings between Portland and Western New York. Kerr still with it. Angie Kerr, the 29-year-old, played at the University of Portland. This ball, though, headed forward by Bermudez. Nemec will settle things down, play it back to Angerer. The Flash take possession back with Edmonds. Zerboni's pass is intercepted. Brooks, long ball for McDonald. Top of the 18. Left foot shot, it's up and over the net. She just couldn't get enough behind that one.
Yeah, and one thing Paul Riley said is he really wants us, and we've seen some really nice goals by McDonald this year, but he says that he really wants to see her be a better finisher, and there's an example of that. You're really one-on-one with Williams, and you have an opportunity right here to get yourself ahead 2-1, and timing, ball bounced a little bit back on her, and she never got that shot off that I'm sure she would have liked to.
Here's the goal kick. Picked up by Sahlen, middle of the field, but Sinclair is there.
Let's not forget that ball that Brooks played, though, to McDonald, right down the middle, and I guess for me that would concern Aaron Lyons a little bit. Right between the 2 center backs, that would definitely concern me.
Here's McDonald again in the 18. Kerr trying to play it to the top of the 18, but it's taken away. Middle of the field now. Brooks, her pass is easily intercepted by Zerboni. Flash coming forward, Wambach, Losada with space, crossing midfield. Wide open on the far side is Bermudez. High cross, looking for Wambach, gets her head on it, but it's going to take one hop and into the arms of the Portland keeper. Rolls it out to Farley. Pass, though, in the middle of the field. Sahlen scoops it up, and Kerr's got to hustle to keep possession here for the Flash.
And for either team, you're not seeing a lot of midfield possession. You're seeing these long balls. You know, Brittany Taylor hitting another long ball there to Losada moving out of the midfield. You're not seeing a lot of combination play between Sahlen, Losada, and Zerboni too much. And the same thing in the midfield with the Thorns. It's you're not seeing a lot of Kerr to long to Brooks. It's just a lot of long ball soccer right now, which for both these coaches is uncharacteristic. Usually you see them playing through the midfield, working the ball up the field, switching the point of attack. You're seeing some of that, but not as much as you normally see between these two teams.
Let's see if they can get back to their basics as we're in the 51st minute. It's 1-1. 39th minute goal from Bermudez. 43rd minute goal from McDonald. It is Williamson battling with McDonald on the far side. Picked up by Long. Sent forward now for Wambach. Marshall gets there first. Cuts it back. Referee says play on as she keeps possession. McDonald tried to lay it off there. The Flash trying to keep possession, middle of the field. Losada won't get there. Allie Long, the 26-year-old, looking for a goal in her 4th straight game. The Flash have other ideas as Zerboni keeps possession for the ladies in red. Here's Taylor. Again, looks up, another long ball. Looking for Wambach, she's into the 18. Marshall, back to the goal, Wambach, still with it. Reynolds crosses back in. Bermudez the one-timer, and it's wide.
Another great ball by Taylor, but again, forcing it right up the middle. But you know, the style of play today for both teams is get that ball up to the top as quickly as possible, get it out of the middle third into the attacking third, and let's see what our forwards can do. And there's another example of Taylor getting it up to Abby, and Abby wanted to do a little bit more than that. And Reynolds with a nice little cross, sees that she's not going to go to goal, and Bermudez with a nice little strike there, full-time volley. Not afraid to go after it.
That would have been a thing of beauty once again from Bermudez. If that had found the back of the net, struck that one time out of the air. This one rolls out of play. It'll be throw in for the Thorns, who will be at home on Saturday, May the 10th at Providence Park against Seattle. Talk about big crowds and a rocking arena. The Pacific Northwest Battle. Seattle again 4-0, first place. Portland coming in at second place with 7 points, with a 2-0-1 mark. No changes made in the 54th minute, as Osada's high chip comes to the top of the 18. Wambach's header. Back into the middle for Long, and no handball called on Sahlen. Will play on. Good ball from Taylor, and Reynolds will run out of real estate. It'll be a throw-in coming up for the Portland Thorns.
And right now you want to see some urgency from the Western New York Flash to not let the Thorns out at all. Lock down every single angle here and really keep them in there. And Jess McDonald actually coming back to help out.
Wambach's header across the top of the 18. Loose ball settled down by Long. Coming forward now are the Thorns. Farley cutting it inside. Poked away nicely by Bermudez. Losada, Wambach is in again. Foot race here for Wambach and Menges. Menges slows her down. Maybe trying to go through the legs of Menges, and she does a good job defensively.
Yeah, and Paul Riley's got to be really excited about what Menges is doing today. Playing against one of the top players in the world, and you're a rookie, just doing your job. And going back to the other end, there's Taylor doing a good job.
It's going back and forth. It's a track meet here. Long balls for Wambach, long balls for McDonald. As it's been end-to-end action here. There's Williamson. Zerboni. Bermudez. Back to Edmonds. Zerboni battling for it, but picked up by Farley. The Thorns coming forward. Farley goes down to the turf. Possession for Western New York. Good ball forward. Kerr is in, but Unger reads it well, comes back to break it up.
Unger does a really great job right there, covering the space. That's her responsibility. Two-thirds of space behind the back four is the goalkeeper's responsibility. She can see the field. She came out, does her job, gets it out of there.
56th minute, we're still tied at 1. Here's Zerboni pushing forward into space for Wambach, a little too heavy on the touch. Well, Aaron Lyons said it at halftime. After that goal, they just stopped playing. He was not happy with his side.
Well, they came out this half. They're not doing a bad job, but it's going back and forth. And again, it's Allie Long hitting a long ball to McDonald, and she's just so quick. What a great athlete, getting forward. And
here she is now deep in the box. Good job by Williamson, just to stick that leg out and break up the cross.
Otherwise, Sinclair was putting that one in the back of the net. Williamson picked that one off.
Sinclair yet to score this season after the team MVP performance last year with 8 goals and 2 assists. Former member of the Western New York Flash in 2011. Scored 10 goals in 15 games played for the Flash as they won the WPS championship.
You talked about the integration of Abby Wambach, and there's some great ball movement by the Flash. And You can see how well.
Kerr's in the 18. Shot with the right foot. It's wide of the far post. Shot or pass? Not sure there.
Yeah, it's a shot. And Abby wanted a pass. And nice ball by McCall Zerboni right here. McCall Zerboni sees Angie Kerr, pokes it right through, puts Angie on the break. She's got the entire far post wide open. So that's why I can see why she shot it. But she also had Abby as that other option. And if she puts it in the back of the net, Abby's celebrating with everyone else. But since she didn't, Abby was wide open, and obviously in that case, the better option is just to knock it across. But Unger was a little bit off her guard. She could have stepped off the line just a little bit more to try to cut off that far post. But the far post is obviously always where you want to hit, and Kerr had that wide open right there.
Would have been an easy tap in for Wambach, who wanted that ball badly.
Yeah, I think side footer straight across the box for Abby to put it in the open net, or side footer into that far side netting. It was pretty clear. We had the angle right on it.
Flash with everybody up and getting ready to enter the game. Reynolds lets this roll over the sideline. Subs available for the Flash: Barzik, Kate, Palmer, Spencer, Verlew, Wetzel, and backup goalkeeper Kelsey Weiss. This ball sent into the box from Kerr, headed away by Williamson, who's been very busy defensively. Subs available for Portland: Jackie Acevedo, Rebecca Moros, Meliana Shim, Katarina Tar, and backup goalkeeper Michelle Betos. Near side corner kick, 59th minute. A high service, and Wambach gets the head on it.
It's amazing because it's Wambach who's winning those defensive headers in the box on corner kicks, and it's Sinclair on the other side, and they're really defending them from each other is what's really happening, because Wambach got to that ball right before Sinclair, and the same's been happening the other way.
Out of play, another corner kick here for the Thorns.
Right there. Western New York Flash falling a little bit asleep right there. Two players from the Thorns are outside for the corner kick. That means there's two players from Western New York Flash. Vicky Lasada went out there by herself. I don't think she was letting her team know that I need another player with me. Help, help, help.
Looks like Portland will go to the bench first as Meliana Shim getting ready to come on. Looks like her top is coming off and her penny is on and ready to go here. Here's Sinclair. Edmonds taking no chances, clears it up into the stands on the far side.
Yeah, Shim, one of the players that Paul Riley has used quite a bit, coming off the bench. And here's a situation, Jess McDonald, she has got that long throw in. The Western New York Flash know, you can see how much they're packing it in.
McDonald redirecting and guiding traffic. Heaves one into the box. Nemec back to Kerr. No one there but Zerboni for the Flash. Chance for the ladies in red to counterattack. Zerboni to Bermudez, who's moved to the near side. Zerboni a lot of space. Tried to just sneak it through, but Nemec able to get a toe on it. And her keeper will come and clear it forward. There's Sahlen. Edmonds back to Zerboni. 62nd minute. Even at 1. Headed forward for Kerr. Now Losada chips it back to Kerr into the 18 and poked away by Marshall. Now Farley on the far side looking to force one in there to McDonald, but it's broken up. Zerboni and Sahlen playing together. Flash pinned in their own half. Angie Kerr with the interception. 35 yards out. Turns and fires. And a routine save there for Williams.
And I'm thinking that could be one of the last plays there for Angie Kerr. As usually, she is one of the first ones to be subbed when Paul Riley makes a sub, and Shim's gone in for her before this season. Actually,
and this change will take place now.
Both times they've subbed for each other, so.
So 63rd minute, as Mike mentioned, Angie Kerr is coming off. And Meliana Shim, the 22-year-old, making her 4th appearance of the season. She was the Thorns 2013 Newcomer of the Year. A good season with 5 goals and 2 assists last campaign. Looks like more substitutions will be coming along for Paul Riley's side shortly. As Edmonds sends one forward, but it's a little too far for Samantha Kerr, and Marshall plays it back to the German international. Rebecca Moros will be coming on as the 2nd substitution for Portland. We're on the road. Very good record last year away from home, 6-2-3 under the guidance of Cindy Parlow-Cone away from Providence Park.
And you wonder if Morris is going to be coming in and replacing a defender here. That's her position. And is it going to be Huffman? Is it going to be Nemec?
Another long ball forward, and no one on the end of it for the Flash.
Or maybe moving Huffman into the midfield? Or no, it is Huffman.
So Huffman is the player coming off in the 64th minute. And Moros comes on. Moros, the 28-year-old. Played for Kobe Leonessa in Japan in 2013 as they won their 3rd league championship that year. Huffman got the assist on the goal earlier as she comes off now, and Allie Long coming forward for the Thorns. Here's Long again. Pass forward. Shim coming in early for an opportunity that goes off of her leg, and it'll be a goal kick for Western New York.
Morris, another player that played for the Western New York Flash. And actually, how great is it to get traded mid-season, to get traded to a team that wins that WPS championship? And that's something that Morris came. She played 10 games for the Western New York Flash to help them win that title. Solidify an outside back position for them. And
there's Losada into space again for Kerr. It seems like the game plan for the Flash has changed a little bit here. It is a lot of route one and direct balls forward. They're looking for some kind of weakness in the middle of that Portland defense.
And I think they're thinking that they can beat Menges and Marshall down the middle, because everything, you say route one, but it's also right down the middle of the pitch. So they're not really spraying it too much to the outside when you see those long balls.
Loose balls picked up in the middle by Salem. Now Kerr. They've moved Bermudez now to the near side, the left-footed player, playing on the right side. As Williamson looking to get the ball here to Reynolds. Finds Losada, spinning, but she's double-teamed immediately. And no secret as to what she can do in the middle of the park, so she finds pressure as soon as the ball gets near her.
She's really enjoyable to watch. She's very smooth on the ball, very crafty. She's quick. She shows the space real quick. She shows the space for everyone she's supporting, constantly being an option for all of her teams. And she's a danger because when she makes those runs out of the midfield, no one's expecting it. And Brooks has to really stay with her.
67th minute. We're tied at 1. McDonald, the goal scorer for Portland. Plays it to Allie Long. Now played back to Moros. And a heavy touch there from the other substitute. Shim, and it'll be a restart coming up here and a throw-in. Or checked that was Amber Brooks, number 22, the heavy touch. Barely gets it outside. Nemec, and Farley's not going to be able to keep that one in play as it looks like Western New York is going to call over a substitution of their own shortly, as they've got everybody warming up. Nicely intercepted by Losada. Throw in far side, Edmonds. Wambach. She's been held in check. She had that great shot, forcing a tremendous diving save, and then the one header where she lost her footing inside the 6.
Yeah, held in check, but also being very active, getting her.
Again, the header from Long to McDonald. Zerboni. Back to Williamson. Sprays it out to the far side. Edmonds, a bad touch there. Farley tries to come away with it. Sinclair. Back from McDonald. Portland looking to create something here with Ellie Long. Long, right foot, blasting it way wide of the net. Yes, again, she's looking for her 4th goal in her 4th straight game, and she's complaining to the official that she was fouled. What'd you see there, Mike?
Yeah, you know, she just cuts inside. Zerboni starts to come in, and she goes in. I just think it's just 2 players going at the ball.
You can see Ellie Long on the tail end of that replay. A few words for the official. And Matthew Franz is in the middle this evening. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on the Flash Broadcast Network here on YouTube. Joe Giuliano and Mike Kerms, John Catalano, our producer. Had a 38-minute lightning delay in the 8th minute of play. Teams came back on the field, and we got underway a little before 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's where we stand right now in the 71st minute. Be sure to stick around following the game. We'll have our player of the match interview. And Bermudez, Mike, a lot of touches, very active in that first half, but she has been very silent here in half number 2.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I was just thinking the same thing. She's moved over to this side and just trying to give the back 4 for the Thorns a different look, going after them, and she's been very quiet this half.
2 changes coming up here. Salem's pass is blocked by Shim. Forced to go back here. Taylor, Reynolds now. And this one off the inside of her foot and over the sideline, thrown at midfield for the Thorns. Long throw, looking for Ellie Long, headed away there. Sinclair, Losada, pops one high up in the air. Over Wambach's head, Marshall. Tight marking her, steps in front again. Nikki Marshall, good defensive play. But Zerboni comes in and tries to help out as well. Here's Long. Plays it back to Moros. Now Salem. Some pressure. And she gives a little shove to Farley, and they're going to call a foul on Sinead Farley. And Matthew Franz wants to have a word with Angela Salem, the spark plug in the middle of the Flash midfield.
Uncharacteristic of Angela Salem. Usually calm, cool, collected. You could kick me as much as you want. I'm still going to play my game and be a ball winner in front of my back 4. And that, you don't usually see her retaliate.
There's the service. Kerr flicks it forward into the box, and Wambach just couldn't get on the end of it.
And you're not seeing it again. You're not seeing that possession soccer from either team. It's just going back and forth, giveaways.
There's another one. Bermudez pass intercepted.
Like, let's get the ball and let's keep it. And it's immediate. It's immediate. Every time both teams get the ball, it's immediate. Let's go forward with it.
McDonald's in the box. It's played behind her.
And that's the style of play that we're looking at right now from both teams.
Salem will clear it over the near sideline. So Jasmine Spencer will be the first substitute coming on for the Western New York Flash. She'll replace number 4, Samantha Kerr. This change coming up in the 74th minute. And Courtney Wetzel is coming on, replacing Vicky Losada, also in the 74th minute. Mike, your thoughts on Kerr and Losada tonight?
Losada just very, very busy, and I think she had a good game. But again, I think both Losada and Kerr were a little bit less busy in the second half than the first half. And you know, you want to see Losada busy the entire game. She's playing that attacking midfielder role. You want to see a lot more flowing through her, and I don't think a lot was flowing through her in this second half, and I don't think a lot's been flowing through the midfield at all. And
Wetzel, one of those players, along with Williamson, who came over from Portland in that trade for Bouquet and Huffman.
She played 18 games last year for Portland, so she was she played quite a bit for the Portland Thorns.
Bermudez trying to settle it down. Taken away, though, by the Thorns. Moros.
And then you got Spencer, who played 17 games last year for Washington. She's got 1 assist. She had 1 assist, and as a forward, you're expecting your forwards to do a lot more. And putting her on that flank, she's got a lot of speed, and she's going to be very, very busy. So if they can get it out to that left side where Spencer is right now, if she's going one-on-one with Nemec.
Referee calls a foul behind the play, it looks like. Popped up in the air. Wambach heads it to the middle of the field. No one there but Amber Brooks. Brooks. Moros. Intercepted by Salem. Cheeky little back heel from Bermudez. She can't pull it off. Ellie Long with the interception. Square ball on the outside.
You know, interesting.
Mangus.
Even there, like Long, she knocked it out to Nemec, but her first look was forward versus let's keep the ball and knock it to the outside.
Throw in on the far side. Sinclair pops it up in the air. Edmonds trying to shield her off, and it does go over the sideline, so it'll be a throw in for the Flash. 76 minutes in, we're tied at 1. Both goals in the first half, Bermudez and McDonald. Nemec steps in front of Wetzel. And this one will be going back the other way for the throw-in for the Thorns, but they were too far up the field. So Wetzel and Spencer have been brought on. Spencer played for the New York Fury, so I'm sure Paul Riley very familiar with her.
Absolutely. If you look at both teams, and you can go through both teams.
It's true. He's in some sort of contact, right?
Yep, in some sort of contact, either through youth soccer or through the Independents and the New York Fury. But then on the other hand, you got Aaron Lyons, who's also had contact with quite a few players on both teams. Well, obviously his team, but you got Sinclair and Moros on the other team. Bouquet.
Sinclair knocked off the ball by Zerboni. Another one forward for Wambach. To the far side, Spencer into the box. Abby heads it down. She's taken down in the box. No call.
And you know Abby's gonna look. Abby's gonna be looking for that. And I don't believe he's gonna give that one away.
Matthew Franz was right there on top of the play.
Oh yeah. I think it's just players going after the ball together, playing strong soccer, and it's Abby Wambach. They're gonna close down on her pretty quick. And it's Abby. The first ball is passed out to Abby, and Spencer puts a nice little ball, and you almost think that Abby could have one-timed it. And you know what? That's pretty close there. Nikki Marshall went into it pretty hard. Not really an opportunity on the ball. Abby had herself in between the ball and Nikki Marshall, and Nikki Marshall just went and tried to go right through Abby.
Very close. Taylor drives one to the top of the 18. Flick forward. Bermudez can't get there, and Nemec taking no chances.
What a ball by Taylor. I mean, she just strokes that ball. It's just in flight, so nice. And when you have a target forward like Abby Wambach that's going to flick it on, and you see Bermudez just coming off the back of her. Always an opportunity. It's always dangerous.
Bermudez, corner kick. Vicky with the service. To the top of the 18, Sahlen will sprint down to keep possession. Headed away, Zerboni. Her touch is intercepted by Portland momentarily. Edmonds gets it back for the Flash.
And that ball from Sahlen was interesting. It was Spencer versus Sinclair. Quite a size difference there, and Sinclair is going to win that every time.
There's Allie Long. Another long ball forward, down the middle. Spencer for McDonald. Now for Shim, settles, shot right at the keeper. Williamson makes the save, pouncing on a rebound.
You know, that ball from Allie Long, great run by McDonald, and then good stuff again by McDonald, and Shim coming off the bench and running off of McDonald, but it's really McDonald that's making things happen, and like I said, she's really going to make things difficult for Paul Riley when there's going to be decisions that have to be made on who's going to be starting for this Portland Thorns team.
She draws a crowd, McDonald, and then neatly lays it off. Very good pass and a good run by Shim off the ball.
I mean, when you have a healthy Alex Morgan, a healthy Christine Sinclair, you're going to have a McDonald. What are you going to do? I mean, I don't think you're going to keep Sinclair or Morgan on the bench. Although, you know, Aaron Lyons did do that. You had a Morgan on the bench when she played for Aaron Lyons. And she earned her spot. She absolutely earned her spot.
Here's Sinclair in the 18. Williamson goes up for the header and wins it. Tough to say. McDonald's the hot hand right now. 3 goals on the season so far, 2 in the last game.
And that one should have been an assist right there. Oh, and Shim definitely wants that one back for sure.
Here's Brooks. Allie Long. Now Menges. Moros. Double team on the near side by Spencer. And Reynolds helping out, and Wetzel actually comes in. Wetzel played 18 games last season with the Thorns, 1 goal and 1 assist for the Oregon State University product. Fans trying to get behind the Flash here as we're in the 81st minute. One more change will be coming up here for the Flash. It'll be Amy Barzik. Edmonds streaking down the far side. Wambach reaching for it. Brooks comes away with it.
Yeah.
Sinclair and McDonald seem to be getting on the same page here late in the game. Here's McDonald through the 18. Now Sinclair can't settle it down. Wetzel knocks it away from her. Sahlen coming forward.
Yeah, my guess that Barsic may be coming in for Edmonds because Edmonds was the one that was tracking McDonald in that last play, and she was pretty slow to get back also on this last play that just happened there.
Spencer trimming on the Jets, but nicely read by Menges and cleared away by the Thorns.
Menga is a good athlete there. You saw her turn on the Jets too as well. But when you know that Spencer's coming behind you, you have to turn on the Jets.
Reynolds taking down Allie Long. Quick restart on the near side, and Moros can't get to that one.
And here's McDonald. You see Edmonds on her, and just McDonald just completely shielding her off, and ball goes right between Williamson's legs. Shim has to finish this here. Takes that extra touch, and then tries to finish it. And actually,
give Taylor credit.
Give her credit. She got a little bit of a touch on that, almost deflects it past Williams, but actually slows the shot down and allows Williams to adjust. And I don't think Shim should have taken that touch. She should have just one-timed that.
Jasmine Spencer with some feisty play. Wetzel, it's behind Wambach, who was coming inside. The ball went outside. It's going to be Zerboni coming off for Barzik. In the 84th minute, McCall gets a nice round of applause, as usual, from the fans.
Yeah, absolutely, all the time. Zerboni, fan favorite here in Western New York.
And Barzik, the 23-year-old, making her third appearance of the season. Takes her place in the middle of the field.
Yeah, and you'll see Barzik playing a little bit more defensive than Zerboni was. Her and Sahlen playing a little bit more side to side, where with Zerboni in there, she gets to float a little bit more forward. So, she, you say it's a 3 in the middle there, and you had Lasada in front.
There's Spencer. Had some space, but tried to force that one. Sahlen will keep possession again.
Yeah, and if you're Spencer, you you could see that the back four were backing up and just go at him. Just take him on, push it past him, and give it a go.
Brooks. Menges. Back to Brooks. Thorns playing in a tight little space here with some short passes. Moros threads the needle. Brooks on the near side, chipped it forward into space. Sinclair, corner of the 18. Crosses into the box. Top of the 18, no one there, but Taylor for the flash.
And they're very, very lucky right there, because that clearance has to.
From Wambach, sending it forward to Long. Good job by Reynolds and Long battling on the near side. The Thorns come away with it. Into space. Sinclair once again on the near side, looks up. Cross, header. Great block by Edmonds, who may have saved a goal there, helping out Lydia Williams.
May have. She definitely saved the goal there. It was fairly. The most dangerous player on the field is that outside midfielder coming in, and that was Farley, and Edmonds stuck with the play, and Farley put it right at the back of Edmonds, and she definitely saved that goal. Great cross by Sinclair, and a lot more movement by Sinclair, and that's why she's so dangerous. With 0 points on the season, it's amazing.
Far side corner kick, low driven ball, header. Williams makes the save and pounces on the rebound. 87th minute. As Williams gets the punt. Foul call against Bermudez. As we're in the 88th minute. Taylor, an opportunity to send one of those dangerous restarts into the box. Ellie Long fronting the ball. She'll back up. Here's the service. Good ball. But again, Sinclair, the 148 goal scorer for Canada, doing her bit defensively.
Oh, yeah.
Into the box. Long one forward, McDonald. She's dangerous. No, Williamson will get there first. Williams quickly over to Taylor. Another long ball straight down the middle. Wambach flicks it forward. Bermudez can't get there. Spencer cuts it outside. Flash with possession. Spencer. She'll win a corner kick with a good bit of work in the 89th minute.
That's good stuff by Spencer, and that's what she's on here to do, is spark this team. You come off the bench and you got to spark the team up. And she's got to keep going at them. Make them make the saves, make the blocks.
Well, will there be another piece of magic on this restart? Bermudez, the in-swinging service. And Sinclair again, great header on the clearance. Good job defensively. Actually, it was Menges who cleared that header away. In the 90th minute, we are tied at 1. These two teams will play 2 more times. That will be in Portland.
Bermudez, she gets a flick on that. Again, it's McDonald. Playing McDonald, she's actually slowed down a little bit.
Here's McDonald into the 18. Her shot's deflected. Top of the box, Allie Long. Goes outside. Chipped into the box, looking for McDonald. Gets the head on it, and it's flicked over to the near side of the 18, and Allie Long slowly coming over, and Barzik knocks it out of play. 90th minute, we'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time. And a throw in deep in flash territory for the Portland Thorns, who are 2-0-1, looking to stay undefeated. Western New York 1-1.
And Abby coming back as a defensive corner play with McDonald throwing this ball in.
Into the box for Long. She's looking for a handball, and everybody up and off the bench for Portland. Matthew Franz will have none of that. It'll be a corner kick. Very close again.
Well, you know, they played in a game where Kelly O'Hara gave up a penalty kick against them, and Allie Long ended up capitalizing on it. And then Kelly O'Hara had a penalty kick late in the game in the 90th minute, and Kelly O'Hara then missed that penalty kick. So where they ended up with a tie, leaving that match with a tie 1-1.
Stoppage time. Corner kick for the Thorns.
What a ball by Allie Long.
Off of Barzik. We'll try the other side now. That was a great ball.
Nice in-swinger there, right across the 6, just perfect. Allie Long making that long run to go out there. She's going to be hitting a ball like that. This is going to be an outswinger, aiming for Christine Sinclair, and Williamson is on Christine Sinclair right now. Riley backing Moros up, preventing any counterattacks from happening.
We are in stoppage time. High service into the box. McDonald heads it down at the 6. Loose ball. And finally cleared away there by Brittany Taylor, who's had an outstanding game.
Yeah, Brittany Taylor, she's been very solid in the back and playing the game that Aaron Lyons obviously today wants, playing that long ball, looking for Abby Wambach as that target, playing down the middle of the pitch, and she's striking the ball real well. Very few mistakes by Brittany Taylor today.
Flash with the pressure in their half of the field right now. Another throw-in, and McDonald does have the long throw-in as she gets into this one here on the far side. Whips it into the 18, flicked up in the air. Seconds away from the final whistle. Portland looking to steal one here. Top of the 18. No shot taken there. Shim, left-footed shot, great block by Wetzel. And that'll bring this one to a close.
And these two teams just keep tying.
1-1 your final score this evening, as the Thorns and the Flash both getting late goals in the first half. No scoring in the second half. And this one is level at 1. These two teams will do it 2 more times, and who knows, maybe they'll see each other in the playoffs once again. But a good game, very exciting end of the first half, and then it seemed like the strategy, the system of play seemed to change just a little bit.
Yeah, very direct soccer for both. I felt both teams were playing a lot of direct soccer, trying to hit the ball down the middle to Abby Wambach, and then for the Portland Thorns, really, Jess McDonald being very, very active up top, making a lot of runs. You can see she's exhausted. I feel Jess McDonald, player of the game today. Just very good game, very active, a lot of movement. Good game by Jess McDonald. And
stick around, Mike. We'll go to our player of the match interview. The final score again from Sahlen Stadium. 1-1 Portland and the Western New York Flash in a very entertaining game when these two teams always meet. Let's go down to field level. Time for our player of the match. Congratulations to Brittany Taylor. Brittany, welcome to the postgame show, and great performance today.
Thank you very much.
Talk about the first half. Late goals for both sides, and then in the second half, it seemed like you guys were maybe kind of going to some more long balls, trying to get in behind the center of their defense. Was that something you guys talked about?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about at halftime, you know, we were doing a very good job of playing through our midfield and being able to get around the outside. Second half, we were trying to do that and struggled a little bit, so I think we resorted to try and play a little bit more direct, but trying to just see what the game gave us and trying to get those chances in behind, and had a few. We just need to be able to put them away.
So, Brittany, we gave you player of the game, but we also think player of the game for the other team was McDonald. She was a handful today for you guys.
Yeah, she's a great player. You know, it's tough to play against her. She's big, strong, athletic, likes to be cheeky on the ball, likes to be able to get in behind us. So it's somebody you got to be aware of at all times, even when we have possession of the ball. So she did a great job tonight as well.
Well, Brittany, congratulations. Another one coming up on Wednesday against FC Kansas City. You're a player of the match. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Brittany Taylor, your player of the match. A great performance from Brittany as usual. We've come to call so many great games of Brittany Taylor and the Western New York Flash. But 1-1 the final score, Mike. Both goals in the first half. Bermudez in the 39th minute on a beautiful free kick. And then it was McDonald making the most of an opportunity there in the 43rd minute. Got her third from Huffman. So, Mike, it was a good one, but unfortunately the Flash don't get all the points this evening.
Yeah, I mean, I like their style in the first half where they were, and Brittany Taylor said it. We were getting a lot of success playing through the midfield, knocking it out to the flanks, and then go forward. And then they just stopped that in the second half and then just started really forcing it down the middle. I think if they could have combined a little bit of both of it, force it down the middle, but then also working your midfield again, getting it out to the flanks, they would have had a little bit more success.
The Flash are home again on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. kickoff, FC Kansas City. For tickets and more information, visit WNYFlash.com or you can call 585-454-KICK. Final score this evening from Sahlen Stadium, Western New York 1, Portland 1. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. For our producer John Catalano and our color commentator Mike Kerms, I'm Joe Giuliano saying good night from Sahlen Stadium.